Welcome back to Thrive Nuggets, where we dive deep into topics that inspire growth and transformation. Have you ever wondered why some goodbyes feel heavier than others? Or why letting go can sometimes seem so daunting? Well, it's because goodbyes are intrinsically linked to our personal growth. Consider this: to bloom, a flower must shed its bud; to shine, a diamond must endure pressure. And similarly, to become the best version of ourselves, we must bid farewell to certain aspects of our lives. These can range from comfort zones, self-limiting beliefs, to even relationships that no longer serve our highest good. Yes, it can be hard, and yes, it can be scary, but it is through these goodbyes that we create space for growth and transformation, for new beginnings and opportunities. Today, we're exploring a concept that's both profound and liberating. The idea that becoming the best version of yourself often involves bidding farewell to certain aspects of your life. Hey there, Thrivers, it's your host here, and I'm thrilled to dive into today's topic. Becoming the best version of yourself comes with a lot of goodbyes. Now, this might sound a bit daunting at first, but let's unpack it, shall we? You see, personal growth isn't just about acquiring new skills or knowledge. It's also about shedding what no longer serves us. It's about recognizing the parts of our lives that are holding us back and having the courage to let them go. This could mean bidding farewell to certain habits, beliefs, or even relationships that are no longer in alignment with our true selves. It's not always easy, and it's rarely comfortable, but it's an essential part of the journey. But along the way, you realize that achieving that dream requires letting go of certain habits, beliefs, or even relationships that no longer serve your highest good. Take Sarah, for example. A passionate and ambitious individual, Sarah had been dreaming about starting her own business for years. She was brimming with innovative ideas and had a knack for spotting untapped market opportunities. However, there was one thing that held her back: the comfort and security of her corporate job. Despite her burning desire to embark on her entrepreneurial journey, Sarah found herself clinging to her corporate role. It gave her a sense of stability, with a steady paycheck rolling in every month and a well-defined career path laid out before her. But deep down, she knew that this was not where her heart truly lay. She yearned for the thrill of forging her own path, the freedom to bring her unique ideas to life, and the fulfillment of creating something that was truly her own. Yet, the thought of leaving her secure job and stepping into the unknown was daunting. However, Sarah soon realized that in order to become the best version of herself, she needed to embrace change, even if it meant saying goodbye to the familiar. She started to understand that the security of her corporate job was a golden cage, keeping her from spreading her wings and reaching her true potential. So, she took a leap of faith. She bid farewell to her corporate career and embraced the uncertainty of entrepreneurship. She said goodbye to the comfort of a steady paycheck, the predictability of a 9-to-5 job, and the safety net of a structured corporate environment. In its place, she welcomed the challenges and rewards of building a business from scratch. She embraced the unpredictability, the long hours, the ups and downs, and the exhilarating journey of entrepreneurship. She realized that these were the elements that would truly fuel her growth and help her become the person she wanted to be. Sarah's story serves as a powerful reminder that becoming the best version of ourselves often requires saying goodbye to certain aspects of our lives. In her case, she had to let go of the perceived security of her corporate job to pursue her entrepreneurial dreams. To pursue her entrepreneurial aspirations, she had to bid farewell to the security of a steady paycheck and embrace the uncertainty of launching a startup. Then there's Michael, who dreamt of becoming a writer but was held back by his deep-seated fear of failure. Michael was a man with a mind full of stories, a heart full of passion, and a soul yearning to express itself. But each time he sat down to write, he was met with a paralyzing fear. The blank page in front of him became a mirror reflecting his deepest insecurities. He was overwhelmed by thoughts that he wasn't good enough, that his stories were not worth telling. In the midst of his struggle, Michael realized that his fear of failure was not a fixed part of his identity, but a self-limiting belief he had cultivated over the years. This belief was like a shackle holding him back from pursuing his passion. Determined to break free from this mental bondage, Michael decided to bid farewell to his self-limiting beliefs. He started by acknowledging his fear, not as an enemy, but as a part of himself that needed understanding and compassion. Next, he challenged his fear. He asked himself, what's the worst that could happen? He realized that the worst-case scenario, having his work rejected or criticized, was not fatal. It would not diminish his worth as a person, nor his passion for writing. Finally, Michael adopted a growth mindset. He saw each failure not as a confirmation of his inadequacy, but as a stepping stone towards improvement. He started seeing himself as a work in progress, understanding that writing, like any other skill, required practice and patience. With this new perspective, Michael began to write. He wrote not for approval, but for the sheer joy of expressing his thoughts and ideas. He wrote, revised, and received feedback, using each criticism as an opportunity to better his craft. And then, one day, it happened. Michael held in his hands the first copy of his published novel. It was a tangible testament to his journey of transformation, a journey that began with bidding farewell to his self-limiting beliefs. By challenging his self-limiting beliefs and adopting a growth mindset, he overcame his fears and published his first novel. And let's not forget Emily, who realized that her friendships were holding her back from personal growth. Emily was a vibrant and caring individual, always there for her friends, always ready to lend a helping hand. But what Emily didn't realize was that her friendships were one-sided. She was always giving, but seldom receiving the same level of care and support in return. This dynamic had been part of Emily's life for so long that it felt normal, and she didn't question it. But as she embarked on her personal growth journey, she started noticing that these relationships were draining her energy, leaving her feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. She realized that she was investing her time and energy into friendships that did not nurture her growth, but rather hindered it. It was a bitter pill to swallow. These were people she cared deeply about, people with whom she had shared countless memories. But Emily understood that for her to truly grow, she had to make some tough decisions. She had to say goodbye to the relationships that were not serving her, no matter how painful it was. And so, she did. Emily began to distance herself from these friendships. It wasn't easy, and there were moments of doubt and loneliness. But with each passing day, Emily felt a little lighter, a little stronger. She began to reclaim her energy, her time, and most importantly, her sense of self-worth. With this newfound space in her life, Emily sought out friendships that were nurturing, supportive, and reciprocal. She surrounded herself with individuals who celebrated her growth, who challenged her, and who truly cared for her well-being. And the transformation was remarkable. Emily blossomed into a confident and empowered individual, unafraid of pursuing her dreams and standing up for herself. She was happier, healthier, and more fulfilled than she had ever been. By surrounding herself with supportive and uplifting individuals, she created a positive environment conducive to her personal development. Emily's story is a reminder that sometimes the best way to move forward is by letting go. By saying goodbye to what no longer serves us, we pave the way for new beginnings, for growth, and for becoming the best version of ourselves. So what's the takeaway here? As we've navigated through the narratives of Sarah, Michael, and Emily, we've encountered a recurring theme. It's one of transformation, of daring to dream, and of the courage it takes to say goodbye to the familiar for the promise of something better. Sarah had to part ways with the comfort and predictability of her corporate job. She braved the choppy waters of entrepreneurship, waving goodbye to the safety of the shore. By doing so, she opened up a world of opportunities, a chance to create something of her own, something that resonated with her deeper self. Michael, on the other hand, had to bid farewell to a piece of himself, a self-limiting belief that had held him back. His story underscores the power of our minds, how our beliefs can either empower or impede us. He chose to rewrite the narrative, to challenge his fear of failure, and in doing so, he unlocked his potential as a writer. Then we have Emily. Her journey of personal growth involved severing ties with toxic relationships. It's a stark reminder that the company we keep can profoundly impact our personal development. By choosing to surround herself with positivity and support, she fostered an environment that nurtured her growth. Each of these stories is a testament to the transformative power of goodbyes. They're not endings, but beginnings, a clearing of the old to make way for the new. They're an essential part of the journey towards becoming the best version of ourselves. So, as we navigate our own path of personal growth, let's remember the importance of these goodbyes. They're not easy, often fraught with uncertainty and fear, but they're necessary. They're the gateways to transformation, to growth, to becoming the best version of ourselves. Remember, thrivers, embracing the inevitability of goodbyes is essential for unlocking the transformative power of personal growth. So, here's to bidding farewell to what no longer serves us and stepping boldly into the future. Until next time, keep thriving.